let me show you one of the big mistakes people make when they're sharpening knives. So a lot of people have, they end up making a V edge. Now again, our edge that we like to do is convex with our method, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So generally speaking, they have a secondary bevel, and what they do is that instead of sharpening this, what they end up doing is this. They take that secondary bevel and they maintain it, but they make the angle wider because they're scared to go into the knife. So if you look at the edge here, you have, well, let me get this focused right. Okay, so you have that secondary bevel. What they do is, instead of taking this back further, they kind of just widen it. And then this kind of has a less perception of sharpness. It just is, because they're making the wedge at a bit different angle, a wider angle. So, and a lot of that is fear. They're fearful of going back. They're fearful of coming back here more. And like, so what? So what? You're sharpening your knife. Your knife has to get sharper. It's not going to get sharper by just leaving that line right there and making this more of an obtuse angle. So don't be scared to come back on your knife. This is your knife. Now, if you're buying like a $500 knife, yeah, don't sharpen it then. You know, you're going to end up wrecking it, and get good at sharpening first. But this knife, per se, is under 150, and you can also, by pulling it back a bit, give a more slicey knife. And for a Bowler 695 steel like this, the slicey part of this knife now makes it more enjoyable to use. And this knife is 46 thousandths behind the edge. 46 thousandths. So with a knife that's that thick, you can still get outstanding results. The idea here is you could just take it back a bit. Now again, our method of doing it this way creates a convex, and the convex just lasts longer as well. So we encourage you to use our method, and don't be scared to go back a bit on the knife, so that this way you can get a more acute angle, instead of making an obtuse angle every time you sharpen it, and you'll have better knife sharpening results, especially